Welcome to Sheni v'Chamishi. Father is Mashiach, his children we are. Why can't we see him? Why is it so dark? By learning his sichos, frozen grapes, we'll come to perceive that Melech HaMashiach did not leave. The Rebbe is alive. Geula is here. Thank you, our sponsor of this shir, the Silhouettes Moonshine. Alta Yid, who makes moonshine, sponsored this shir. And Chaim Cohn for sponsoring the cigars. The Rebbe is alive. Geula is here. If we open up our eyes, we'll see it very clear. Learning in Yoni Mashiach is the only way. To live with Mashiach is each and every day. Learning the sichos, opening our eyes. We're learning the sichos, and we realize Mashiach has come. The avodah is done. That Mashiach has come, the avodah is done. Sitting in the darkness, a young boy in despair, he does not see his father anywhere. What will be? Where will I go? Without my father, I'm all alone. Boy is unaware that his father is right there. His father's words echo in his mind. After contemplation, he comes to his sense. Tate, I know you're alive. Yechi Adoneinu Moedeinu V'Rabbeinu Melech HaMashiach Li'olam Va'ed. You can see the cold steam coming out of the moonshine. His father is Olam. Neinu Moedeinu V'Rabbeinu Melech HaMashiach. Father is Mashiach, his children we are. Why is it so dark? By learning his sichos, we'll come to perceive that Melech HaMashiach did not leave. The Rebbe is alive. Welcome to Sheni v'Chamishi. This is a special shir, L'chaim L'vracha. This Shabbos was a very nice Shabbos. I had the honor to learn, and a nice fan told me that I need to explain more what I'm talking about. I read a book by author, scientist Richard Dawkins, evolutionary biologist. He wrote the book, The God Delusion. And in it he recounts an interview he had with an Orthodox Jew in London who is a Lord. It's not the Lord like Rabbi Sachs is a Lord, the chief rabbi, Rabbi Sachs. It's a different type of Lord. It's a Lord that he actually has a job, a real job. A rabbi is not a real job because Rabbi Sachs is not. He's not a paisik, and he could only talk philosophy, but he can't really teach philosophy. He could only teach philosophy to the believers of the Jewish people, to the believers. Even when he speaks about history, it's flawed and it's got lots of problems. So it's non-accredited classes. Why am I saying this? Is because when I read about the interview and he asked the guy, why do you go to shul and why do you do these things? He says, as a memory, as an honor for my father. So remember, there's so many reasons why people come to shul, and the more you dissect it, the more you understand your place and your specific shlichus. Zalman Schachter-Shalomi Schachter, that neo-chassid Rebbe, who had no intention of becoming an Orthodox Jew, only had his own interpretation of what an Orthodox Jew is. Oh, look at that helicopter. Can you see it? Yeah, that's what ADD is. So he said, a Rebbe is a geologist of the soul. Why? Why did he say that? Because the Geological Society is in Boulder, Colorado. Very prestigious place, prestigious society to be part of, and also it happened to be in his area. But what he meant was he's talking a bunch of hocus pocus spirituality, which is, at least according to critics like me, it's not very useful. It sounds great when you say the Rebbe is the geologist of the soul, but what is the geologist, and what does that mean? What is geology and a soul? What the fuck? So what he means is your specific reason why you're frum. Some people like the mitzvahs, some people like the Chitas Rambam, and that's what they do. And they do that in the time when they could be doing bigger chaylim, or the time when they can be studying science and helping the ongoing human adventure of making this world better, or studying philosophy. Philosophy, if you know philosophy good enough, you can help religious people also get some type of hold in their life and get some fulfillment. But when we see things as a big confused picture, besides that it's so frustrating and it doesn't stop us from wanting and violent desire, almost violent desire of knowledge and knowing, but it just leaves us confused. Instead of walking through the hiking trails and getting to the point where you want to go, you need to walk crooked and in circles. That's how people get lost, because they go in circles. So back to Schechter and back to the Richard Dawkins meeting the Lord, the Orthodox Lord, which I'll get his name for you, and it's in the book, and the book is available on PDF for free. I'll give you a link below. When I read the story, I started to understand. When I go out on Shlichus and I'm a Bacher at a Bacher Azetzer, and I go out there and I read the Torah and I give it Dvar Torah, what are the people thinking? And there are different types of people. Everyone is different in the Chabad house, or in any Orthodox shul, or in any religious system. You have different people. Everyone has a different sophistication or a different simplicity. And I started to understand, and the Nakuda I came of course it's a pleasure just thinking about it, but the Nakuda was that every Bacher has a right to have the beauty and freedom that the Gvir has. So the Gvir has the choice to observe Judaism as a spiritual thing, I remember walking on Mamish over here on this trail on the first day of Sukkot, and I met an older Jew from the Palisades, the same community that I read the Torah for. And I said to him, "Oh, good Yom Tov," and I thought I had the biggest sale ever. He's hiking, he has a cold, he doesn't have a lulav, and I'm going to give him the lulav b'yom harishon, like it says in the Torah. The Rebbe would say it's a mitzvah and all that stuff. He said, no, I can't do it. I have a cold. His guy was into meditations. He took time in the backyard in his house to go and make meditations with people and Allah Baba Mises. But me, being the naive Lubavitcher boy, didn't know how to connect, not to the text that I'm reading, not to the Torah, and not to connect to the people. So here's a new breakthrough in the Sheni V'Chamishis. it's not only that the yeshiva bacher today is robbed from the ability to connect to the text, as my teacher from 3rd grade said to me, we couldn't even teach you Judaics, but we also are robbed from the ability to connect to the people. So Yisrael leiraisa kuchebrichu kul echad. We can't connect to God because I don't know a bacher that ever had a concept of what he would like to, what type of relationship he would like to have with God. What would he like to ask God? What would he like to tell God? Would he like to tell God, Kushan Tachas, you took away the Rebbe? Fuck you, big dick in the sky. Just because you're a king of kings? Fuck you, big king of kings. Would he like to have a Barditchever relationship, a Baal Shem Tov relationship, or a Zusha Vanapoli relationship? If you read in Chassidus the difference between them three. That's if you want to have any relationship with a supernatural anthropomorphical God, and then a relationship with the text, with the Torah that you're reading, and then goes the relationship with the Yidden, the regular people, the Amchu, Keraveltain, the people, right? Nemtain Welt. So are we fooling ourselves? Are we fooling the people? We're not fooling the people. The guy's not interested in shaking the lulav b'yom harishon, even though it's a mitzvah, and you can tell him it's also spiritual, and it's also good for you. It's good for your fucking cold, because the lulav is going to get rid of your cold, because it's a palm tree, and tzaddik atamar yifrach, and whatever the fuck you could cook up over there, and all the teitalach that you can give. But the klal is, I didn't understand that this guy, this Gevir, his Judaism is a spiritual practice. It's got nothing to do with the kid in Brooklyn that's not going to get educated. It's got to do with his personal shliach. You don't bother the Gevir and you don't bother the shliach. You know, whether he's an Orthodox Jew, his Esha Torah, any group, it's the same system. It's very important that you understand that. So he takes his religion is just because he's a spiritual sucker. He's not a gullible human. The tragedy is when you're a mix of both. You're a gullible human and a spiritual sucker. So you get knocked from all sides. You get sold all the garbage and you